Hello gorgeous soul, welcome to your monthly June astrology. I'm so sorry for the delay in getting this up, but first, before I begin, I would like to express my heartfelt solidarity to what is going on in America, witnessing the horrendous death of George Floyd, which basically, this stuff goes on all the time. It happened to get caught on camera, which has created, hopefully, the whole world ready to stand up and say enough. We are all equal. We cannot live in a society where black people are treated in the way that they are. It is horrendous and it has to stop. So I understand that what is going on at the moment. I also understand every people have got very different viewpoints about the way it should be handled, but we are in an astrological time where there is a revolutionary energy in the air. Now, of course, the revolution can happen and manifest in many ways, but thanks to Saturn going into Aquarius and later on Jupiter going into Aquarius and eventually Pluto going into Aquarius, the whole world is changing and we are heading towards a more egalitarian society where all of us hopefully will be treated equally and it will be a much fairer society. We are right in the storm at the moment, but if we all stand together for equality, for love, and we speak the truth that enough is enough, we all have to be treated equally, then this wave of change will happen much more quickly and easily. I believe we should all come from our heart chakra, but we are waking up to the fact that the world is changing and we need to be in an egalitarian society. We're in full-on retrograde season at the moment, and on top of that, it's eclipse season. It's about things happening, like for instance this full moon right at the beginning of June, where we don't see exactly the power of it until afterwards. I urge everyone towards peace, towards love, and to making a soul change for the benefit of us all. Here's your monthly astrology. Hello fabulous Gemini! You still have your magician powers this month, but there is a lot of intensity around, and it's very important that you ramp up your self-worth and you know your power and you know that you can make positive change in your life and that you have these super skills that this month are turned up high. Okay, we do have Mercury, your ruler, going retrograde, and right from the beginning of the month going into retro shadow, which can make you a bit uneasy, but it's also a great time to reflect on the decisions you've made, to reflect on some of the conversations you've had, and decide whether you do want to make the commitments that you've made. I'm hoping my wife is glad about the commitment she made because we got married. Anyway, back to you. A great day this month is on the 4th when we have the Sun joining forces with Venus in your sign. You're glowing, you're charming. It's a day where you have peak energy and peak potential, and you need to use it because there's some tricky retrograde weather this month. It's one of the months that's a bit like this, and that culminates actually with the Sagittarius full moon, which is a little bit bumpy, and for you it's in your relationship zone and it's an eclipse. You're going through a kind of a growth spurt when it comes to your intimate and romantic relationships, and it's really important that you look at the information that comes up. You might find yourself a little bit wound up with the people that you're intimate with around the full moon, because the full moon, not only is it eclipsing, but it's opposing Venus and it's squaring Mars. So Mars is a little ratty dude this month until he goes into Aries. So there's a lot of unclear boundaries and you're not sure what's going on, and it's all a bit, a bit like this. But you do have the energy to push forward, but don't be too kind of dominant or pig-headed. It's about flow, it's about finding your heart, it's about balance. This full moon is about compromise, really, in a time when there is not much compromise out there. Mercury is allowing you, when it shifts signs, to be able to think about your security. And in fact, all the energy is heading towards, as we go through the month, you're thinking about your security, your money, abundance, and how safe you feel in the world, which isn't necessarily about money, it's just about how secure you feel in your being. And when Mercury goes retrograde, there may be some difficult conversations to have with people close to you about value and money and security and your part in that situation and your how you feel, you know, if you feel that you're not being valued, if you feel that somebody's not being fair with you when it comes to money, you will be having those conversations. But as Mercury's retrograde, be careful. Don't kind of jump in, think, listen, and rewrite and review any emails. In fact, if you're going to send an important email like that, I'd wait 24 hours and read it again and get a friend to read it, or a lawyer to make sure you're saying the right things. The Sun enters Cancer and leaves your sign on the 20th, and also on that day we have the Sun joining forces with the North Node in your sign. Now that is another power day for you because you're confident about where you're going. The universe is filling you with a confidence about not only who you are now, but your future self. North Node is about our future karma. It's about where we're evolving and who we're evolving to be. Who do you want to be? Where are you going? It's in your sign, so you're like the magician in the tarot. You can conjure up a new reality, visualize yourself in the future and dream big, and then take steps to head towards that, because you are growing and you are changing. And with the North Node in your sign, it's powerful stuff. You know, you could be anyone you want to be to a certain extent. Not necessarily a unicorn, but you're rarer than that anyway, because there's only one of you. We then have the new moon and the annual solar eclipse in your money, abundance and security zone. So there are deep changes. Now, as I've said about eclipses, it's not obvious straight away what's going to happen. You know, whatever happens on that day, you're going to feel things, you're going to think things, but you haven't got the full information. That comes later. But there is a change in your perception of what security is and how you can manifest abundance and how secure you are in the world. Now, Venus is going direct, thank goodness, in your sign. So you're feeling much happier within yourself when it comes to your relationships, and you can start planning ahead. You can start also love bombing yourself, forgiving yourself for the past, and letting go of any issues to do with ex-lovers and old relationships. Mars is shifting signs, which is great because it's making you feel very passionate about causes, about politics, about mixing with groups of people, about finding the right people around you to collaborate with and to build something. You're also able to get things out there. You might have had trouble really putting things out there recently, and now it'd be like, yeah, just what you say and what you put out there really connects with other people. The big news of this month is that we retrograde Pluto and Jupiter join forces in Capricorn. We are getting a rerun of the energy around the 4th of April. What was going on for you then? There's a personal revolution, there's a universal revolution going on. Where are you with that? What do you want to let go of so that you can grow? Really important to think about that. You take care, gorgeous. I send you so much love. Come visit me on Instagram at Michele Knight. Take care. Hi, gorgeous. Before you go, check out my new film on my fabulous psychics. A lot of people ask me for readings. I don't do them anymore, but for over 20 years, I've had an award-winning team of psychics that I truly handpick. So check out the film, let me know what you think.
The purpose of a reading, I feel, is very much to inspire people and to empower people.
It's about hope. It's about guidance.
Using a phone or being with you, it will be the same because the matter is spiritual.
It's very important for me that the client feels spirit with them. So it was a psychic reading.
I don't remember the readings right after because it's not myself giving that, it's actually coming from spirit.
And it is a bit like a three-way conversation. I've got the person on the phone, I've got me, and I've got another voice that's telling me things.
I even shock myself, things that I come up with, and I think, how did I get that?
I'm channeling messages only for one purpose, to help people.
It's been able to help somebody have a map back to where they've got lost from.
My priority is to connect to your truth and have the best life that you can have.
I think in my readings people feel a sense of a safe space where they can really be themselves, let go.
You need a feeling of being understood because reading should be empowering.
I will make sure when the reading is finished that you're happy with everything.
I couldn't do anything else. It's part of who I am. It's what I came here for, obviously.
And when they come back and tell you they've got their dream job or the love of their life, that really makes me feel like I'm valued.
I love to hear a sigh of relief. A lot of weight has been lifted off their shoulders.
We have the answers that we are looking for within ourselves. I know I have the tools to help you.
Everything begins and ends with you.